afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Me, your host, Imperial Dane. We're off here to our 1 versus 1 on the ever-cold Musky winter. We shall be watching in the southern half of the map here, Akecheta fighting for the Soviet Union, for the glory of the Soviet peoples. Taking on the fight here for the 5th Guards Tank Corps, with mechanized support, Guard Motor and Soviet Shock Army. And in fact, straight off of Guard Motor, we are seeing Jesulin here fighting for Germany, for the Kampfgruppe Bayer. And he's gone straight up here for Osttruppen. Got 2 units out of them already, plus an infantry company up. With a hard emphasis here on the left side of the map. Achtung! Getting that point right next to his base rapidly while another Osttruppen squad splits towards the south. And we are not noting any burning still here for early buildings for Akecheta. Just on the way here for him. Of course, Jesulin would slightly have a sort of now early advantage due to the fact he can get his Osttruppen up faster, due to, well, basically only having to deal with a cooldown time, not a training time, and allowing him to pop them out on the field. So, plus of course being cheaper overall, you sort of get a greater field presence initially than Akecheta. Of course, it will be a bit weaker in some regards, depending on sort of how things progress. But so far, 3 Osttruppen squads out. His opponent doesn't have 3 conscript squads, although of course it will be a bit close there. It will be a bit close. So right, there we go. Territory secured, already rushing for the fuel point here. In fact, he might rush for the other fuel point as well. And of course, the question is, where will Akecheta sort of initially aim first? I mean, likely here for, due to sort of, well, generally tends to sort of gravitate towards that. But then again, he could head north. There's certainly conscripts sort of moving both ways. We've got commentary here. In fact, we're noting here Jesulin, by the way, making a first move into the building to ensure he can basically keep an eye on what's going on, ensure he doesn't run into any caught up traps. And there go first fuel point secured here in the fight. Company just like keep up the fight here, taking up position at the outskirts of the point, while the Osttruppen fight desperately from inside the building there. Only 2 windows available, by the way, a bit limiting how much they can actually shoot back with, compared to the other side, which does have a bit more to it. So that is a little thing to note there. There you go, sneak into the building here as well. Bit surrounded on Osttruppen and Pioneers. We've got conscripts rushing into his 8 here. Put 10 things against Jesulin in the centre. In fact, we are noting right here, despite playing with Osttruppen, he's actually spreading out his forces awfully thin, which is generally not necessarily with the Osttruppen are strongest. They're generally better when they sort of have each other to support each other, but so far that is not quite the case. In fact, he's sort of, well, setting up different in build, sort of build up there for a bit of strength. You've got some engineers approaching here, the Osttruppen, quickly taking losses there. Quickly back to the building, did not quite work out there. We do have an MD-42 arriving. Also interesting to note here, Jesulin has got a lot of machine gun bulletins here, whereas for Akecheta it's basically all infantry bulletins. Right there, company is rushed off. We've got a second MD-42 there, so we're seeing 3 Osttruppen squads and 2 MD-42s, a sort of different kind in the Wehrmacht opening. It sort of mimics the 3 than it is 2 MD-42s with one of the heavier ones, but just for the Osttruppen that way. It's sort of a cheaper one, a bit lighter in some regards. Also, again, gives you more field presence again due to the way the Osttruppen calling works. So in that regard, the MD-42s and then sort of quickly follow up holding some more of that territory, taking them. That's rather what Jesulin obviously then opted for, but at the same time he's rather strained his lines already, and the question is, can all of these MD-42s actually hold the territories gained for long enough? That's really the problem here, that's the question, and of course we'll have to find out how it actually works out for Jesulin here versus Akecheta. Was up before, conscripts got some pioneers there with a Flammenwerfer. Oh dear, conscripts got low on health right from the MD-42s here with all the bulletins, and we're quickly seeing some heavy losses inflicted, though they were already low on health, so I mean, not that huge a surprise. Limited 42 moves forward, got the Pioneers to deal with the conscripts. Osttruppen holding up in the building, being surrounded on all sides here by Akecheta's conscripts, fighting for socialism and the Soviet way. Because they're caught out in the open, they are finally forced away by the MD-42. Other unit here also forced to retreat, and oh, mark retreat right past 2 MD-42s. That's definitely going to hurt a lot. There we go. That is surprisingly little. Either way, there's some losses and damage inflicted. Jesulin, though, has been sort of forced to give up some ground. And immediately here taking on, though, again, that's also part of this. I mean, again, you sort of take more ground, but again, due to the Osttruppen being cheaper, you can also then sort of take up faster generally. But at the same time, it's a bit more of a careful balance here for Jesulin at the moment. He could consider sort of quickly getting an officer to sort of further augment it, giving a bit more troops in the field, but also something to sort of further boost any other units he's got. Pioneers, MG42, so Ostrom there with the concentrated fire ability. South here being secured well by Akecheta, whereas the north is falling into the Wehrmacht and Jesulin's hands. There you go, tech up is done. Pioneers being retreated, like to sort of set up a light mechanized company next, which will certainly help. Jesulin, he could also consider, for example, using the Ostrom to quickly establish a command bunker here in the center of the village, just giving up strong points sort of fight around from, which is generally not a too bad idea. Got the light mechanized company going up there for Jesulin. Point there secured. Akecheta floating a bit of resource. Again, he might be waiting for the next command point to arrive, then calling in some guards infantry or heavy mortar that way, make Jesulin stay miserable. We actually got a light infantry after, no, not the light one, the medium one. Mittlerer Schützenpanzerwagen. Mittlerer. Nicht leites. MG48 getting hammered by both sides on MG42s there. A rather vicious crossfire there going in from Jesulin's Maschinengewehren. At the same time, the country's all flanking against the northern one here. At the same time, as all of this is happening, we've got a flank here from Akecheta hitting up the side. We've got Molotov's research from now, by the way. That's going to do good. Ostrom maybe covering up the flank a bit. And he might lose the unit there. He might. No, gets away just in the nick of time. Run, Boris. Meanwhile, they got the Pioneers covering one flank, burning away at those conscripts. Molotov, just sadly, rather flung a bit too far. And the Pioneers seem to be winning that one. Meanwhile, commies they're forced away. Oh, they might be cut down everything before Ostrom fire. Does he make it? Does he make it? Yes, Ivan makes it. Ivan is best in the world. But there you go. Half-check moving up here to help reinforce troops. You can, of course, then if he further takes up, upgrade it to the flamethrower, which could then be sort of further put on some anti-infantry pressure here versus Akecheta, who so far has not teched up himself whatsoever. In fact, it could be he's playing for some older Soviet meta game, at least currently, which is basically just play fully on guards motor, not getting any structures further on. Nope, we are seeing support with Companier. We've got the first guards infantry there, DP light machine guns on the way. The light machine gun that served pretty much used throughout the war. Was known as the record player due to his funny magazine or clip. Never. Half taking up there before 2 flying away, reinforcing their army. He's been good use of that half to sort of reinforce the position he's got. There you go. Guards moving ahead. Now that's definitely going to put some pressure here upon good old Jesulin and his Osttruppen. Panzergrenadier arriving here. Panzergrenadier. That could certainly put on some pressure versus Akecheta's infantry if he so wanted. A lot of harassment around the fuel points on there. Oh, about to sit down an S-mount field around the fuel point. That's not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea at all. Ostrom falling back here towards the half-track with an MG42 setting up. You've got the one coming here. Basically making an approach through this area a lot more difficult. Of course, right here there's not going to be much to stop them. Say a flank up here, which is in fact what Akecheta seems to be doing. Moving across the ice to hit forward behind here, the MG42. A bit risky there, in fact it's got nothing covering it. Panzers might be able to make in time to that way, turn things around, but no, they seem to be actually heading away to not cover the MG42's flank. There we go. Akecheta striking in. Ooh, nice ignite there versus the Ostrom from the Guards Infantry. Support weapon company up. You could max some mortar field gun, but then again he's going to get mortar, you might as well get the heavy mortar which is available from his doctrine. Guards are fighting. Might try and get off some shots there on the half track. There we go. The PTRS hitting off a bit there. And ultimately forced away there by the Ostrom and other things nearby. Minor fighting here between the Pioneers and companies, but the Pioneers ultimately fail that one. Panzers here. Light support, they should not moving in close to sort of get some good shots off there with their assault rifles. And Akecheta follows up with a second Guards Rifle Squad. She's actually going pretty heavy on infantry. He's got 6 squads now, 4 conscripts, 2 Guards infantrymen. And of course, the question is what next for him, and looks like here Jesulin's already taking up very aggressively, He might be feeling confident he's had some good chance there with the fuel point. So I suppose he might feel he can get off with that. In which case, I mean, he's going to rush for something. Ostwind might actually work out nicely here versus Akecheta. In particular, considering all the infantry he has, Ostwind would be a nice move. Panzergrenadier here at the front line of justice or righteousness. Not justice, probably not justice when you're in the Wehrmacht. Probably not in most armies, really. But there you go. Support armor corps is up. Half-track need repairs, but now he can actually upgrade it with some flame projectors. I mean, that would definitely increase his anti-infantry capability with that. I mean, if he then sort of follows up with a flak panzer on top of that, I mean, he could actually lay down a lot of heavy anti-infantry firepower versus Akecheta, and that could actually give him quite the advantage if he were to go for that. So definitely think he needs to repair that half-track, and then he needs to upgrade with flame projectors. I think that would be a really good move for him, if anything. Also, also need to move to cover. Remember, Ostrom don't get their combat bonus unless they cover. I mean, if they're out in the open, they're actually in a very bad position since they're not only easy to hit, they don't actually hit very well. They need to remain in cover. They are extremely dependent. Oh, unit there flanking about, but the incendiary piston rounds are tearing through the wooden structure. Panzer is falling back. There we go. Half-track at the base. The armor corps is up. He could also go for the stupid one, but I imagine he might be going for there for the flak panzer. Flak panzer. Need to repair that, and if possible, again, flame projectors. Flame projectors. Got a field gun on the way here for Akecheta. He might be sensing the time is ready for that to sort of gut versus enemy armor, in which case a good sense there. The pressure versus Jesulin is definitely getting a bit more nasty. He's in fact falling completely back here from the center of the village, which is actually going to force him to have to counter-attack, in which case a flame projector would definitely be a good move, in particular also to sort of burn the Russians out of their hidey holes.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Brennen die Russen! Smoke them out and cook them.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
At least that would be my suggestion. There you go, medic bunker up. And Flak Panzer arrives here. Flak Panzer 4 Ostwind, one of, well, 3 types of Flak Panzer based on the Panzer 4 chassis. There were also a few other variants. There was the Mobilwagen, which could either choose between the 37mm gun but also a flak feeling mount. And of course there was the Wirbelwind, as we know it from the Panzer Fleet in the first company of heroes opposing France. Those were basically sort of those. There were also flak panzer made on the Panzer 38T. Beyond that, though, there was also one on flak panzer 1. But that was, oh, good lord, really some heavy characters up close. Almost gets the entire unit. Bad luck there for Akecheta. But overall, the primary sort of method of sort of self-propelled anti-aircraft firepower for the Germans were on half-tracks, either armoured half-tracks, or something like, you know, the, well, schwere Wehrmachtschlepper and other half-tracks were sort of meant more for work like that. Some were also actually mounted on awful blitzers. That's a little fun fact. Black Panther doing cannot put going up north here. Both of the MG42s coming that one up. Still no upgrades for the half-tank. A bit disappointed at that. And the Panzer is here at the moment. There's not really any armor out here from Akecheta, so the Panzer upgrade for them. I mean, he's probably there to sort of guard there's any sort of like immediate vehicle rush to sort of buy him time for anything else, but at the same time it sort of lends some less firepower versus the Soviet infantry, and now Akecheta sort of digging in here in the village. A few good mines right now could do him good. I mean, really a flame projector here would absolutely force Akecheta to fall back. Plus, I mean, the flak panzer then could sort of pressure from another side, making it difficult for Akecheta to sort of cover everything. And certainly, he would then require more field guns or something. So again, a flamethrower upgrade for the half-tech would be excellent right there for Jesulin. Excellent. Of course, obviously, it's his own decision in the end. But Akecheta here giving up pressure. He's flanking around, outmaneuvering. Ooh, caught there with an MG42 though. MG42 there in trouble though from a Maxim here, well placed behind an old tractor. In That looks like here Jesulin's short on one unit there. He's lost an Ostrom squad. A tragic loss there. And now we actually got a heavy mortar arriving here for Akecheta. That's then going to make it harder for Jesulin to sort of slowly push forwards. It's then going to force Jesulin to rely more on speed now that such a heavy mortar is going to be bombarding him all the bleeding damn time. Flak Panzer being repaired. Flak Panzer's moving up. They could pop a bomb grenade down the can't, because we can get a squad right there. That would be good, but no, too late. Too late. And overall, Akecheta's doing his best to sort of make it difficult. Ooh, quick bomb grenade there. Almost get the entire M4's, maximum. It's MD42. They can't really match. It's absolutely pinned, which actually means it really can't hit anything. There we go. There we go. Pin wore off.
We are losing a sector.
Bit of harassment there. Pioneer suffering under it as the Flak Panzer is getting repaired. Sadly, the Flak Panzer doesn't get off any good hits there versus the Russians. And it very much seems like now Akecheta is going to play for the T-35s there for Collins, not getting anything else. So of course, if Jesulin can press him really heavily before that, I mean, he might stand a good chance. But the question is, will he do so? I mean, again, Flampanzer upgrade there would be good. A Panzer IV, maybe a Stug to sort of further provide some firepower here would be another good choice there for Jesulin. But he should certainly begin sort of trying to sort of really pressure Akecheta, and again a Flampanzer upgrade there would do very well I think. In particular, since to create two sort of, well, massive anti-infantry threats. The Flak Panzer of course still be the bigger choice, or the bigger threat, but the Flak Panzer would also be further able to pressure Akecheta and make it much more difficult for him to sort of just solidly gut versus one approach. So I really think he should consider, in fact he's almost got the munitions for it. So it certainly makes sense. In particular, since he's not really using munitions on a lot of other things, and again, Flampanzer would burn through a lot of communists. Of course, got the hay mortar there firing away at Jesulin's approaching troops. Almost wiping out our unit there. And we got two Pioneer squads with flamethrowers up here. Again, he does seem fond of flamethrowers, but not quite, maybe not on the most mobile. Oh, there we go. Flamethrower wrecked. Bowers going down, striking the Pioneers. Jesulin's having a hard time sort of making a good approach back. He is getting close to be able to call in a Panzer IV though. Akecheta definitely creating some nasty kill zones here, and the Panzer's trying to move up again. Quick about the lightning, but not quite fast enough. Only blows up the kitchen and ruins the cheese. Yeah, not my cheese. I stole that from a Romanian farmer.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
I mean, liberated. But there you go, maximum lot of trouble there, the Flak Panzer tearing into it with 30cm high close shells and then reloads. And he gets away, that lucky little bastard. There you go, at least changing the overall axis of attack, forcing Akecheta to rush field guns and guards from the backheads will deal with the Flak Panzer over here as it gets closer to Veterans U1. Firing away at the wooden walls which were not built to resist anti-aircraft fire, surprisingly enough. Those shots going off, Conscripts trying to run and get off an anti-tank grenade, but once more the simple wooden fence turns out to be quite the foil. Yes, wooden fence, I curse you and your capitalism, which is inherent in your nature instead of sharing with the glories of socialist peoples by not fencing us out. There you go, he can get a Panzer IV, which is certainly sort of help. I mean, he's definitely getting close now to the T-35s arriving here. In fact, he's already got 10 command points, so at this stage you really should be expecting them soon. And there you go, Panzer IV on the way, but he's only got a few Panzer grenadiers with Panzer VI, and soon a Panzer IV to sort of deal with any T-35s. That's never going to be a chance, and sadly he hasn't really gotten a lot of the Flak Panzer, and certainly he hasn't gotten yet this upgrade, so could really pressure infantry as well. I mean, if your opponent's going to sort of the late game Soviet metagame, you know, you need to sort of pressure him in the mid-game. And again, you know, flamethrower half-tracks, Flak Panzers early on, stuff like that can really do that. But sadly, again, for some reason, Jesulin did not feel that. Maybe it was just not part of his objections, or perhaps he just doesn't feel the flamethrower half-track is worth it, which of course is suppose a valid concern, but I don't think it's that bad. And again, I think in this case it actually done go. Oh! Ooh! Oh shit! Ooh shit! Run away, comrades! This is actually bad.
We have 200 points remaining.
Points taken down here for Jesulin, in fact, and we note here that Akecheta's actually got a much bigger victory point, so that position there got Panzerkampfwagen 4 out to support here to Kampfgruppe. Right now, though, he could actually flank and get maybe that heavy mortar. I mean, he's got an option here. There's nothing covering the flank. I would certainly say it would be worth it, you know, maybe if he gets it, knock out that heavy mortar crew. I mean, that would be absolutely excellent. Then again, it might soon be too late. The stars are aligned, and more importantly, the resource pool is. And the 2 T-35s here mobilized for the Soviets. Hoorah! And now things are about to get a bit ugly here for Jesulin. He's not even got a pack 40 to get guard versus this. So the question is, how is this going to develop? Because now 2 Soviet medium tanks are inbound.
We are losing a sector.
There you go. First shots exchanged. Flak hunting to support the conscripts. Well, most of the conscripts. We still got the heavy mortar causing a bit of a problem here now. Akecheta's got a much stronger position. I mean, he's holding the centre of the village, in particular versus the northern plate. It's actually a strong position due to the way the map basically sort of funnels things around. It's a very nasty choke point, this. Plus now he's got tanks that can basically slow down any advance here from Jesulin as well. So things are not looking too good. He is getting a pack 40 though. He is getting a pack 40. Got the T-35s moving in there. Panzer IV not responding.
Railway artillery support ready.
And poor Heinrich and Jürgen. We got the flak panzer as well. Oh, mine went off as well, killing poor Günther. Continued heavy mortar fire there from Akecheta. Almost shattering a nearby wooden shed. Jesulin is still holding on, but now Akecheta is definitely holding a much stronger upper hand. He's got a lot more infantry, which is certainly also strong at the moment. Much more anti-infantry focus. He's got anti-tank guns. He's got more tanks. He's got more artillery. In overall, he's got a lot more. And we do see Jesulin in a bit of a desperate gambit. Calls in a heavy artillery strike into the centre of the village. Don't think that will do them much good, since, well, as you might have noticed, Akecheta sort of rapidly dodged that. Nice hit there from Panzer IV. We do see some return fire here from a nearby field gun.
The enemy is attempting. We have lost a squad.
And another Ostrom unit bites the dust now. Jesulin is down to 2 infantry squad. We got the T-35 moving ahead. Might coming out of fire here. Ooh, Akecheta might have pushed his luck. Almost got it, almost got it. And 1 T-35 there cooked up. Victory for Deutschland, or at least a minor one.
Yeah, we're ready for anything.
Railway cannon has reloaded.
Troops reinforcing, rebuilding. What shall Jesulin do next? We've got the flak panzer striking versus infantry, and it's actually very close to veteran too. If it hits that, that's definitely going to be a problem there for Akecheta's infantry, since we'll have a much higher rate of fire, which does mean more bad news for the infantry. And they got caught in the deep snow, and, well, caught by high close around. And cut to the machines. Oh no! Yeah. Again, they're going to have to take the same tortuous path in front of Flak Panzer. That could be some heavy casualty inflicted upon Akecheta. That might definitely give Jesulin some room back there. And there we go. Veteran T2, high rate of fire. And there we go. 2 countries wiped out. Akecheta pushed his luck. He did not cover there. And he certainly considered the fact that Austrian might cut them down the retreat. So there we go. 28 kills. Veteran 2, high rate of fire. Plus better anti-aircraft abilities there. That's definitely going to give Akecheta a bit of a headache. He's altered down to 1 tank. Now question is, can he sort of properly flank and get some good strikes in? Still not turned up, upgrading the flame for a half. There you go, moving in. Getting buttoned up right in front of everything. Blitzing out though, blitzing out. Meanwhile, we're going to assault up here as well as everything going on there. Flak Panzer Panzer's getting there, goes shooting away at the aircraft. It's improved flak skills, taking it out. Dormovic pilot goes down. Never to be identified.
100 points remaining.
Less than 100 points here for Jesulin. Things are looking rather grim. His forces are battered still. He's even further short here in infantry. He needs something to break through with.
Panzer here.
He needs to pull off a proper flank catch Akecheta in the precision maybe he isn't expecting, instead of trying to break through here, where Akecheta's basically focusing down everything. He's got heavy mortars, field guns, Maxims, guards infantry, heavily equipped as well. It's definitely a problem here for poor Jesulin though. More pioneers on the way there. That's good because he's got a large tank pool in need of some heavy repairs. More T-35s there arriving.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
A lot more of those. More barraging there, trying to knock out the Pack 40 there. Good job there by Akecheta. Forcing Jesulin to pull that back. Flak Panzer receiving some vital repairs. Almost done, they're almost done. Right, sorry about that. Might have run out of space because we've got to clear up some of the older raw footage. My apologies there. My apologies there, but meanwhile the fight continues here again. Jesulin seems to be getting a bit more stuck up in a sort of, you know, tunnel syndrome situation, just trying to bash his way through. Oh dear, no luck there with the Schwerer Gustav. Flak Panzer flank, but actually caught up in mind. He couldn't pull that choke off, well, twice in a row. Sadly not do it fast enough, and well, in the end, end up to letting there go. The guardsman basically putting a few shots there through the side armour, knocking it out, costing Jesulin his eventually 2 Flak Panzer, leaving him now further short on armour here. Panther 4 mobilising. Shattering a tombstone, but not quite any Russians, except the already dead ones, which doesn't really count. Heinrich. Pioneers making their way through here, but overall MG's getting lost here. Casualties keep, well, coming in there. And the population difference is definitely beginning to swell up here between the two.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
You got Veterans 1 there for the half track. You got Panzers here counter-attacking, pushing through. Looks like he might try to open, catch some tanks off guard there. A bit risky there by Jesulin, a bit risky. Pack 40 in a lot of trouble. Oh, looks like he might have killed some crew there himself. Yes, indeed. And the Panzers themselves were also forced to retreat for all of this. But now with the second Panzer IV, Jesulin might have a bit more presence, though he's still facing off against 3 T-30-45s. He's got the field guns though, and he's also caused Akecheta a lot of infantry casualties, so it's not of course all bad, but it's definitely a struggle here. It's definitely a struggle. The half-track then shows he doesn't have to retreat too much. He should though have his Ostrom reinforced at it and then recruit that MD4 over the centre. That would very much be something that could benefit him, I think. T-35 then moving in with his 85mm gun. Basically an old anti-aircraft gun, so it's turned into a tank gun. Also the same one using the T-30 or the Su-85. Pioneers are taking some nasty casualties in the process. But Jesulin continues to be feeling confident now. He wants to sort of secure the centre properly. Again, he should consider those aiming for 2. He might also want to consider getting some packs out. And the fact he's actually getting some regular grenadiers now, sort of maybe sort of trying to help with the infantry. That's not bad, not bad. Akecheta's armour encounter the Panzerabwehrkanone and forced to fall back there. Interesting to see, by the way, here that he's actually holding back his Panzer force, and he's still got the field gun there, not knocked out. That definitely ought to be a priority there for Jesulin. Either take it or wreck it. You should definitely not leave it hanging around there for Akecheta to recruit and turn against Jesulin's armour again. And he definitely should consider recruiting that MD42. There with the games, I think it's latest patch, actually. Not sure what's up with that. It seems to sort of happen as the game goes on. Something sort of creeps in. I don't know if it's a memory leak or what, but it's definitely causing some problems, as you can see. It's a bit unfortunate. And there you go, Akecheta basically shifting angle there, so he's not charging straight to the back 40, trying to catch them. Other units sort of shielding off guard there, getting some good damage on the Panzer IVs. And I forgot about the mid-game now as well. Too late for that now. My apologies. Got a bit too distracted there by the technical issues. The cartridge there, utterly pinned down. 23 kills by him. There we go. Taking some nasty casualties there. MV42 almost wiped out the heavy mortar unit there. It's definitely doing well. It's 18 kills closing in, and veterans too. Panzer is taking losses as well. Field gun recruit quickly being used to bombard as well. The grenadier is almost wiped out. Oh, this is just not looking good for Jesulin. But at least he managed to recruit that MD42 there. That's something. And looks like Jesulin might be aiming for a third Panzer IV. But he needs to get rid of that field gun. He needs to push into the village. He needs to force away that heavy mortars. That's definitely one of his major threats right now. It's definitely making it difficult for Jesulin to maintain a presence here in the centre north parts of the village. There we go. Almost got the field gun. Almost. Shoot, Jürgen. There we go. Crew dead. Looks like he's finally going to finish it off. It's definitely sort of everything's focused in the centre. We do see a bit of lighter harassment action here from Akecheta. That's good. And interesting enough for me, we're seeing nothing like that from Jesulin anymore. Not even an Ostrov squad being sent out on a flanking mission. Looks like another unit got wiped out. Going to get some pioneers. But given their last explosive rights.
We are losing a sector.
Both of Akecheta's guards have been squatted out with veterans free. Definitely some tough gentlemen.
The sector has been cut off.
Akecheta's just walking straight into this with impunity. Quickly stopping in the assault there on the right flank. Drop there. Hey, mortar from... Oh, knocking out the Pack 40 crew. Panzer moving hit, coming under fire from the T-35s. Another Panzer 4 there on the way, but will it be in time? Will it be in time? Guards is actually holding back the Panzer 4 here a bit. 35. Oh, looks like someone took a heavy hit there. Panzer 4 doing... Yeah, deep. Scheisse. Marked vehicle on it. In front of a T-35 there. First, there we go. Vetri 2. High rate of 5. Vetri 1 for the Panzer 4, but I feel won't make it out of there. Looks like Jesulin's not even making any attempt at pulling it out of there. There we go. One more shot. Blown up.
We have lost a panzer.
A rather messy situation here for Jesulin. And he's lost his Panzer grenadiers too. I mean, he's just bleeding out now. He's just bleeding out now while Akecheta still maintains a strong position here. Heavy mortars definitely not helping on masses. MD42 did receive veteran free, making it that much more lethal. Which is not bad. Not bad at all. There's only so much that can do. Second Panzer IV arrives. Half-track there took one hell of a nasty hit there. He needs to get that repaired. Other Panzer IV moving in. Very close to Vetri 2 and further armor. And there we go. That's going to be a bit harder than for Akecheta to deal with even the T-35s. The Panzer IV will have the advantage. There we oh shit! Roadkill. Can he get it? Can he get it? No. And Jesulin here, whilst he pulls back, realising even if he pushes it to get through, he could lose it to something else, and losing a Victory 2 Panzer at this stage would probably be a bad idea. But victory points are not looking good here for Jesulin. Can he pull through? Can he make this?
We are down to 25
He's barely getting used now. We're seeing Austrian Watchful being summoned out into the field to quickly replace some of the losses suffered here by the Kampfgruppe in its fight against socialism. Several machine guns and packs dropped around. I mean, he should just recruit them with whatever's available and use, of course, a half to quickly reinforce everything. I mean, if you can get all these guns replenished, I mean, MG42s and the Pack 40, he might actually stand a decent chance still versus Akecheta. They're going to tank grenade, knocks out the engine on the Panzer IV. Scheiße. There you go, Veterans 1 for the Panzer IV, but this is not looking up. And the Vetri 2 Panzer, oh, gets off an excellent hit. The artillery strike going in as well. But 24 kills there on the Panzerkampfwagen 4. T-35 then moves ahead. Come on, Jesulin, recruit, recruit. There we go, Pack 40 recruit. Get them reinforced, then get the MD-42s done. Church collapsed in a pile of wooden rubble. And looks like Akecheta for the time being is actually somewhat pulling back the enemy to repel all of his tanks. And also reorganising his infantry for a fresh assault on the German lines. Come on, Jesulin, the MD-42s. You want to use them? Yeah. He might also want to focus his efforts on the Vetri 2 Panzer IV, since, well, that's a tough one, also the one that can do more on its own in a fight compared to the Veterans 1 Panzer IV. Just a small suggestion there. Achtung.
Railway artillery primed and loaded.
And we can now definitely see, I mean, Akecheta's pretty much at full pop cap, whereas Jesulin's only halfway there. And he's just trying to sort of build up more Panzer IV to sort of try and hold things up here.
Ready for orders.
And he's not recruiting any of the MD-42s, despite, you know, oh, looks like here Akecheta's actually managed to replace some of those infantry losses as well. So, I mean, again, he's just holding the upper hand here, and Jesulin's basically sort of trying to win a fight of raw endurance and attrition, which, you know, the Soviets are sort of more built for, in particular the T-35s, which can simply absorb more fire than the Panzer IVs. I mean, sure, if they were all Vetri 2, I mean, he had 3 Vetri 2 Panzer IVs, he might stand a chance, but he doesn't. Only one, there's also Vetri 2 T-35, in fact, close to Vetri 3, which definitely spells trouble for anyone on the wrong end of it. Again, though, he should have focused on the Vetri 2 Panzer IV first. And he should also have been, you know, recruiting the MD-42s as well to sort of help deal with the infantry, because now Akecheta seems set here for one final assault. In fact, setting up here for some harassment on the flanks as well. Third Panzer IV arriving. More pioneers arriving as well here for Jesulin. Maxim setting up to cover the entire thing here. Guards, infantry, conscripts. Note here, by the way, how he's spread out. So even if there were an MD-42, he'd not be caught in one, you know, well, burst and be all suppressed.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Go, conscripts there for the victory. Point Panzer IV charging in. And they're going anti-tank grenade down the engine, so he can't really rush back. Panzer IV coming in the centre. MD-42's recruit would have been a nice idea, though. Would have made it harder here for Akecheta to make a move there for the centre victory point. A bunker here could have helped on the flank. Got pioneers arriving. They might be able to turn things around there, but it's getting very tense. We've got some grenades up north, taking the victory point there. A bit of a desperate gamut fight. He's actually moving up beyond the central victory point here, which is good for Jesulin. Pack 45, Panzer IV though taking damage. Shots going through there. The Vetri 3 Guardsmen having a slightly higher chance of penetrating. T-35s, they're taking some hits. There's some nasty ones. More Guards infantry being called in. More Guards infantry. My God. Guards in attack from north as well, trying to get that Pack 40. Good job there. Looks like they get off a frag grenade out on it and kill it. Oh, not quite killing actually. The Panzer IV on the other hand gets off one hell of a shot. They're almost wiping up the entire veteran to 3 guards unit. A devastating strike there delivered onto Akecheta's, well, otherwise practically elite guardsmen. Still no attempt at recruiting any of the machine guns. We actually got a second Vector 2 Panzer IV now here for Jesulin, getting more sort of tougher armor. But ultimately it's not quite enough. It seems he's getting simply torn to bits in the front line. And he got 33 kills hit on Akecheta's heavy mortar. And there go the T-35 for hit. Almost got the... Oh, Pack 40 is pointing in the wrong direction. Maybe to help actually with the T-34 on the flank. It looks like Jesulin's making one last push here. Moving in with his Panzer force, despite being damaged, moving in the Pack force. Well, maybe forgetting about the T-35 on the flank. Oh, Scheisse. Jesulin might be going all in here. Panzer 4 down, veteran with 3 T-35. That means a high rate of fire. Pack 40 unable to come there. Exposing the rear on the other Panzer 4. 9. And there you go. Kaput. Artillery called in on all of this.
Our Panzer forces have been reduced by 1.
But unless he gets lucky, I don't think that's going to hit much. Because he can move up the tanks. And there we go. Jesulin lost 2 Panzer IVs without getting a single Soviet tank there. And he lost a Panzer IV, which is actually getting close there to Veterancy 3. And now Jesulin is in a pretty bad position. His half-track is still around. I mean, that's amazing. That's actually quite rare to see. But, I mean, it's still surprising he hasn't upgraded with a flamethrower at all.
The enemy is taking our territory.
He's down to 12 points. He's not exactly got a lot left. I mean, still Akecheta's almost at full strength. Jesulin, not quite.
We are losing a sector.
DP's being secured.
Railway artillery support ready.
And there you go. GG, well played. Game over. A loss for Germany, and the Kampfgruppe Bayer swiftly pressed in to sort of contain a breakthrough from the Soviets. In the end, though, it could not do it. A brutal battle here. In the end, though, I feel Jesulin sort of lost there by the mid-game. Again, he had a flak panzer, he had a half-track. Had you upgraded the half-track with a flamethrower, then you could attack from 2 angles. I think you did a lot more damage there to Akecheta, pressured him a lot more, and punished Akecheta much more for, you know, trying to aim straight for the T-35. But he didn't. He sort of slightly balked down. Didn't focus enough on the flanks, which I think also could have done a lot more. In the end, you know, Akecheta won through that because of that point. Then, slowly but surely, he built up larger armor. And Jesulin just sort of kept attacking head on. He dropped maneuvering, he dropped harassing, honestly. And I think that really cost him. Just basically sort of trying to bash his way through hurt him a lot. At the very least, he should have got some mortars up to lay down smoke screens. But that didn't happen. So in that regard, I feel, you know, that is in part where the mistakes come from Jesulin, which overall gave Akecheta slowly but surely the upper hand. And slowly but surely, Jesulin was ground utterly down and ultimately wrecked. So I think that's rather what happened. That's certainly unfortunate. A bit of a close fight, but again, in the end, I mean, note here, more damage, more units killed. I mean, Akecheta won that one through pretty, well, seriously. Of course, the Panzer IV did well, but in the end, too much raw force, not enough maneuver, I think, really sort of was killed Jesulin here. And we can also note here again, there's a certain moment again where basically Akecheta was very strong. And again, note, around the mid-game, I mean, again, he had sort of a small peak, small time frame where he could have done it, well, he could have, but never quite came. And then, I mean, just slow but sure inevitable end as Jesulin sort of just kept doing the same thing over and over again without sort of trying something different. So that, of course, was rather unfortunate there for Jesulin. And again, I think had he upgraded the flamethrower on the half-track, I think things would have looked a lot different. But of course, that is ultimately only for me to say. But again, you know, Akecheta's strategy was risky, and again, had Jesulin sort of pushed hard in the mid-game, he probably would have lost very quickly. So, I mean, consider that. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had some fun watching this. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send in a replay or provide some feedback in the comments. Also consider disabling ad block. That would be very nice. Or consider donating, as donations are always quite appreciated. So, thank you all for watching, and see you tomorrow.